Elon Musk trolls Twitter on epic levels. You must know by now that for years, Elon Musk has made it abundantly clear that he's not actually someone who subscribes to either the right or the left when it comes to politics, but he has been a free speech absolutist. To that end, and if you haven't heard about it yet, where have you been? He put in a bid to buy Twitter outright and change it for the benefit of everyone. This had led to some truly insane meltdowns from left-wing people and the legacy media, attempting to smear him and everything that he does. But is it just a troll? Or is he really going to be able to change the cesspool that is Twitter? Let's see how Elon has trolled Twitter on epic levels. Before we continue, please take a moment to smack that like button and subscribe to Billionaire Crypto Investor. First of all, let's get one thing clear. Elon Musk has to be one of the most polarizing figures who has ever lived. To some, he is a humanitarian who actually uses his vast fortune and power for the betterment of humankind. And to others, particularly those on the left side who seem to think that advocating free speech means censoring everyone they don't agree with, he might as well be Satan incarnate. Twitter as a platform has gone from a wacky little place where people could discover voices from all over the world to discuss any topic, with the most popular topics trending and drawing in more and more voices, to a rotten wasteland of left-wing ideology and bias. From the public forum of the entire planet to a place that bans national leaders in line with inaccurate media spin. It is truly a terrible place these days, and this is something that can be said categorically because the Blue Birdie platform isn't even trying to hide it. Musk has long been someone who makes his voice heard on the platform, with his tweets being able to cause major ripples through entire industries, like for example the crypto space, where Musk is thought of as some kind of all-seeing oracle. Being the richest man in the world would have that effect though. His meme game is off the charts too, with him being a big supporter of internet culture, and he isn't shy of trolling a few of the Twitter crazies who lose their lunch at the idea of a man being able to amass a fortune in excess of $200 billion by working smart. He isn't just a troll though, far from it. How could he possibly build a business empire from nothing without being able to make smart decisions and conduct quality business? He simply couldn't. Various attempts to discredit the man's achievements include such famous lies as the one about his father and a diamond mine in apartheid South Africa. You know the one. Such obvious fabrications are often allowed to become so prolific on platforms like Twitter that half the population are more brainwashed than enlightened. And Twitter seems to like it that way. Twitter is now far less of a free speech platform than it is a platform for one side of the aisle to say whatever deconstructive ideas they might have about Western culture, and those who disagree to be banned, censored, or even doxxed. So it is then that when Musk decides to get serious about something, the memes stop and the tactical genius begins, as we recently saw when Musk offered to buy Twitter outright for $54.20 a share. Yes, the 420 reference is clearly there by design, and certainly is a tiny little troll, but a troll that only serves to put a smile emoji at the end of what is otherwise a direct threat to Twitter in its current form. Let's recap. On the 25th of March 2022, Musk seemed to have decided that he was sick of the way Twitter does things and put out a tweet to his over 80 million followers. The tweet read, "Free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle?" The Tesla CEO added a comment, clarifying that the consequences of this poll will be important. Please vote carefully. In a result that shocked only the tiniest minority of users, the results were overwhelmingly in the negative, with 70% answering a definitive no. It's not hard to see why people would feel that way, with a widespread banning of accounts that have questioned every left-wing political talking point over the last couple of years. What came next was a lot more surprising though, as Musk revealed that he had bought a 9% share of Twitter, which made him immediately the largest shareholder of the company. This immediately gave him power over the behavior of the platform and sent his detractors into a frenzy. Articles came out saying that Musk was a dangerous man. Social justice warriors tweeted their terror, and most famously of all, the people who actually work at Twitter became so unbearably stressed that they had to work together to get through the week. The trolling had only begun though, because despite all the non-very convincing positivity displayed from Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, Musk suddenly changed his mind about joining the board of directors of the company, as speculation ran rampant that this was because he knew that he would then have a fiduciary responsibility to other shareholders and may not, in fact, be able to do anything about Twitter's habit of censoring free speech and spreading misinformation. Soon, investment company Vanguard had upped their stake in the company, relegating Musk to the second largest shareholder, as the plan began for a poison pill strategy that would neuter Musk. But that didn't deter the world's richest man, as Musk did something that truly broke the internet. On April 13th, Musk sent a nice little letter to Twitter, offering to buy the company outright for $54.20 a share. Now, it's worth pointing out that when Musk bought his initial investment, the price of Twitter stock rocketed up, but his offer for the hostile takeover was a 54% premium over the flagging stock price before he started buying stock. Musk made it clear that Twitter has become a kind of the de facto Times Square, so it's just really important that people have both the reality and the perception that they are able to speak freely within the bounds of the law. I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe, and I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. But why take it over at all? Well, as he said in his letter, since making my investment, I now realize the company will neither thrive nor serve the societal imperative in its current form. Twitter needs to be transformed as a private company. Now, it's obvious at this point that the predominantly left-wing users of Twitter would be furious about this, and that the board of directors seem more interested in information control than money. But that's why Musk added that if his offer were not accepted, he would have to rethink his position as a shareholder. In other words, cross him and he might just take the stock. There were more efforts by the media to discredit him, but the most recent reports confirm that he has partners and has acquired the $46 billion he needs to buy the platform outright, in cash. Make no mistake, while it is fun to watch this unfold as one of the most insanely epic trolls in the history of the internet, it is also a sharp reminder to those among us who would seek to censor, smear, and indoctrinate that the game is not such a secret anymore, and there are a growing contingent of the population of this planet who are sick and tired of being insulted, canceled, and bullied by the left, and who know that whoever controls Twitter controls information. So in many ways, this troll isn't a troll at all. It's a profoundly serious assault on censorship. What do you think about Musk's takeover bid? Do you think he can actually change Twitter for the better? We'd love to hear what you think, so don't hesitate to comment down below. For more in-depth reports about your favorite billionaires, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Billionaire Crypto Investor.